Oh, this is cool. I really like it.
Welcome everyone to Who Fire 26. I am your host Matrixlord212 and it's been a little while, but this is Sammy DeMayer. What's up?
Hello, everybody. Oh, fine. I'm watching the new series with some doubts, but I'm okay. Some not, but I'm okay. So, how
So
are
let me
you?
I'm hanging in. The last time we spoke before Twitter, you and I were
Yeah.
going back and forth enemies. You were the bad Hoovian originally. and then
I
and
was.
then and you were the original Bad Hoovian. What was it, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago? I think.
It's 10 years. 10 years ago. 10 years ago.
Oh, okay. On and
Yeah.
off. You were on my
Yeah.
cast as a guest. Then you were fighting. Then you were on. Then you were fighting. Different things happen in the Hoovian community, and
Yeah.
people sometimes
Yeah.
become
Yes.
enemies. They have differences of opinions. But the last
Yes.
time, I think it was Who Fired 24,
Yes.
you and I we settled our differences
Yeah. Yeah.
in this very podcast. So I'm glad that we get along.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but lately I have a lot of people that have been
Hmm.
attacking me and
Yeah.
trolling
I
me,
know.
and I think you know what it is. It's everybody's strong-willed and strong
Indeed.
opinions, but they all want to be dominant and they all want to be
True.
the
True.
voice of the
Absolutely.
majority. They don't want anybody else to have a bigger voice, so they
Yeah.
tend to
Yeah.
bully. They tend to
Mm.
bully people. And you know what the
True.
funny thing is? You were having your exchange with Noel, and
Yeah. But
Noel is goes to me and he's like you control that, stop him. I'm like, what are you
no.
talking
No. No.
about?
No.
i
No.
said i said
Absolutely
first
not.
of all, whatever Sam does, that's his thing. He's
Hmm.
Sam is not, we may be on friendly relations, but we really don't know each other personally. We're
Hmm.
not friends in that aspect. We are friendly to each
Hmm.
other now, but we were
Yeah.
enemies,
Yeah.
like, so I don't control what he does. I'm not
No. 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 No.
responsible.
No. And you have to know. No one has. No one has. Is a mental patient. He's a bit crazy in the coconut. So he's crazy, and I don't want to. I don't want nothing to do with Noel either. He attacks actresses. Yeah, he attacks David Tennant. He attacks everybody. He has a role with everybody.
Right.
So he will never stop. So, oh, for God's sake, uh, I don't like the guy. I never had.
Right.
I never had.
It's just,
I have
to
much.
me, he thinks he could curse everybody out, but then nobody can say anything to him
Yeah,
back.
yeah, but I sent some things to Twitter now. I hope they cut him off or they cut him out of Twitter in some sort because it's too much if you attack Tyrese, if you attack David Tennant, if you attack Katie Manning. That's far, far, far. That goes to,
He's
that
gone
goes
too
too
far.
far.
He's gone too far.
Yeah,
And I'm going to tell you right
yeah,
now, we all have our own opinions. We're all
yeah,
adults. This isn't school.
yeah.
You can say whatever you want to him. I can say whatever I want to him. But you're
True.
like, he's trying to link me like I made you attack him.
Yeah.
That is not true.
No,
You
that
have, that's ridiculous.
indeed, that's indeed ridiculous. Yeah.
And another thing too, we have morons in the Hoovian
Mm,
community that don't really know the Hoovian community. They don't know that you have
yeah,
been talking about Doctor Who for over 10 years. They
yeah,
don't
yeah,
understand that you have appeared on, what's up, Liam? They don't understand that you have been on many different people's podcasts, not just
yeah,
mine.
yeah, yeah.
You were
True,
on
true.
Dr. Freedom's, you were on like a whole bunch of people.
Sam, yeah, Sammy's podcast, your
Yes, Sammy. Yep.
podcast. Yeah,
Who Harmony, right. So you were on
yeah,
a
and
lot
it's
of different podcasts.
Yeah, and it was always a blast. I always find it fun to talk about Doctor Who because that's a passion, Doctor Who. Um, and I think we're going on a hiatus because Disney and all the streaming shenanigans, uh, the UK is very poor right now. They can't even make it a series now. They have no money anymore. Always, it's all politics. So yeah,
And that's
there
the
is no
thing.
money
It's
to.
it's it's people don't understand that plans change. And
Yeah,
Russell said it himself. He originally planned to film season 3 in February, and then
yeah,
Disney stopped him, right? So I mean, again,
yeah.
I have this one individual, Noel, who is trying to destroy
Mm,
my reputation, say I'm a liar and a grifter,
yeah,
and
indeed.
he wants to pass because he said Doctor was canceled in 2017, 2018, 2019,
Yeah,
2020, 21,
mm,
22,
yeah,
23, 24. But yet he wants to be a hypocrite and he wants to make it that he's never wrong and that nobody else can
mm,
be wrong
yeah, yeah.
and different things going on. It's horrible.
But the funny thing is, the show is still around, so
Yeah.
we're we're safe
How
now.
many times? How many times was he wrong? Every single year
Yeah,
since 2017.
every single year.
And I gotta tell
Um,
you, I see him as an ambulance chaser. He's looking to fight
yeah,
with people, so people mention him. Okay,
yeah, true,
he's
true,
attacking actors and actresses, so they say something to him. So that way, he
true,
gets
true.
attention on his channel. He gets the views. He's doing it for the money, and that's the worst fan
Mm,
there is. You're trying to
yeah,
destroy your favorite show.
it
That's
is, it is. And actually, last year there was an episode of Doctor Who, Doctor Mubble. It talked about that, the vile community on social media. It's about Noel, actually. It's about Noel, not about us. It's about Noel, of certain kind of people.
I
Watch,
thought that
go
episode
watch.
was amazing. I thought that episode was
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah,
I like the end, and I think that is one of the
yeah, yeah,
highlights of
yeah.
Shooty Gatwa's career. That
True, true.
interaction with her, where he said, "Look, you could be a
Yes.
racist pig, but let me save you. Doesn't matter. You could bash me in the TARDIS if
Yeah,
you
yeah,
want. You could do this, but give me the opportunity to save your
yeah.
life, and then you could
Mm,
say whatever you want to say. But my job is to save people and help people, and we may not agree, but let me save you." And
mm,
she refused. She refused to have him save her, and
yeah,
he was so upset because racism exists. People judged
yeah,
him by his color. They thought he was low
yeah.
class, and they just wouldn't give him a chance. And they gonna ultimately die because they're just ignorant. So
He was mad. He was mad.
yeah,
Ooh,
that was a great
yeah,
episode. And you know what? I
yeah,
prematurely judged it before I saw it, thinking that was going to be the worst, and it turned out to be one of the best
no,
moments in Doctor Who,
yeah.
in this new era. So
What did you think about Sutek, man? I want to know.
I gotta tell you, Sutek was my first villain, and I'm biased
Yeah,
because
I know.
I was gonna. The moment he appeared, I'm like, this is what I wanted for so many years and so many decades, and I don't care what happens.
Yeah,
I am very happy with the result. The only thing I
mm,
didn't like about it was the fact that they made it that her mother wasn't important. That
yeah,
annoyed me.
bruh.
That fell
Mm,
flat. Because she has powers, so now they're gonna have to explain
mm,
that her father has powers because she can't just
mm.
have powers for no reason. So, um,
True, true.
that her father is probably very powerful, and
Mm,
we'll have to wait and see on that one. But I
yeah,
just want to talk briefly about the toxicity of Twitter on X
yeah.
with Doctor Who. And it's amazing
Mm,
to me. I have people that are friends with Noel, and they
mm,
interacted me with for the first time, and they linked me and you together in a thread where they're talking to both of us. And I have
Yeah.
no way of knowing if they're talking to me or you. And they asked a
I don't.
question, you speak
I
German. And I'm like, are you talking to me? And they're
no.
like,
Ich kann ein bisschen sprechen, die Deutsch. Maar no, I'm not German. I don't know what he's talking about.
but
I'm
the
not
thing is,
German.
then he says, because I answered him that your account is my account and I have an alt account named
No,
Sammy.
no,
First of all, let me explain something to you, okay? I don't think these people understand. I
no, they don't
am
want it.
completely on when I go on Twitter, and if I'm fighting somebody, do you ever see me hide by a different account? I tell
No.
Noel to his face whatever I have to say. I tell
Mm,
anyone to their face whatever I have to say. I don't need to create a fake account.
mm,
I'm not
mm.
afraid of these losers. So,
Yeah,
like,
true.
you will always get me being blunt and telling people off if they deserve it. Okay. And
Mm,
I'll make videos about it. I have the balls. I'll make videos about it. I'll call them out on it. I will tweet on it. And the big
mhm,
mistake that Not My Fandom made was falsely accusing me. Now,
yeah.
we had a public exchange back and forth, and I said that I don't have a fake account. Like, I'm talking to you, whatever. That's Sam DeMayer. He's appeared on
Mm,
podcasts before, and I sent a link to him, and I said, look, this is the last time he appeared. Now he's like,
yeah,
I'm not gonna view it like a baby, right? He's like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not gonna look at it. Okay, well, you don't have to watch it, but this is Sam DeMayer. People know him in the Whovian
yeah,
community. Okay, he's been
yeah,
around for a long time. So he's like,
yeah.
okay, and he lied to me multiple times, making it like he understood. I went to sleep, I woke up, and I
Mm,
see that he started bashing me to all the Legion of Losers, saying that
mm.
I have a fake account called Sam DeMayer, Sammy DeMayer, whatever. And I immediately sent him a private message. And I said, look,
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
you understood when I
Mm,
answered your question. I don't have a fake account named Sammy DeMayer. That's an actual person. Why can't you just look in the link?
ah,
And he didn't want to
mm,
listen. And he's like, don't threaten me. Excuse me? I'm not
yeah,
threatening you, but you are lying about me. So you're committing an act of fraud. You're committing an act of
yeah, yeah.
defamation of character. You're
Mm,
lying on a social media platform, and it's against the law. You can't do that. You can't bash my reputation. So you have to apologize. You have to make amends. You have to go on and say it's
mm,
not true. He's
yeah,
like, how
yeah.
do I know? Prove it. I'm like, I did prove it. I sent it to you. So now that's why I told you, do you believe this shit's going on? And I said, could you
No,
make a video to show
no.
this idiot that you're
Yeah,
real?
I did, I did, I did, I did, I did. Now the video is online. Go watch it, everybody. Don't
The
like if
guy
you
is
want, but
I mean, this guy is a moron, a literal
yeah,
like
yeah.
idiot, like such an
But
ego that he can't even like just look at evidence that I sent him.
mm,
Like he's pathetic. And I'm gonna tell you right
yeah,
now, he better apologize because if he doesn't apologize,
yeah,
I am going to expose him by sharing this
mm,
video everywhere. This podcast,
yeah,
I hardly ever do a live stream at 5:34
mm.
in the morning, but I have these
Oh,
people
sorry, man.
trying. That's all right. I have these people
Uh,
trying to destroy my reputation, all because of a
yeah, that's
television show.
yeah, yeah. And what people do not know, you're a writer also. You write books. So to me, we are colleagues. So we have to defend each other. So yeah,
Right.
those kids today don't
He's
know what they
probably a
talk
kid.
about.
He's probably a stupid
Yeah,
kid,
yeah, yeah,
and he's immature, and like they're all part of this clique, this group that they just bunch
yeah.
of trolls. And you know what?
Most
He's got a big 250 58 subscribers, big deal.
Yeah.
Hardly anybody listens to him, and now after this, he probably will lose subscribers. And you know what? He deserves to, because if
Uh,
he's gonna lie about me, he's gonna lie to everybody in the movie community, and nobody should
well,
follow him.
well,
Honestly.
you don't know. You don't. That for is for sure. But people these days, they all have opinions. They all.
But this is beyond an opinion. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
he made a false accusation about me, and you don't do
True.
that.
True.
See, my honor and
No.
my reputation is everything. So
True.
I have to be honorable. Like, I write books and everything. My name is out there.
Mm,
I don't
mm,
need people trying to destroy my name, because you're trying to destroy my income. You're trying to destroy
mm,
everything.
mm.
So I had no problem with this guy, not my fandom, until he lied about me.
Uh,
That's when I
I
had a
don't.
problem with it.
I don't know the guy. I don't know the guy. It's just someone who knows Noel, I think, and
Yeah,
Noel
he's
sent
friends
the
with
background.
Noel. He's friends with
Yeah,
Noel, and he did probably what Noel wanted, is go after Matrixlord.
yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah. Of course, it's always the same with him. Noel is a mental patient. He will always will be,
right?
even if he
And
said
again,
stuff.
that's look, that's your opinion, and you're entitled to your opinion. You're allowed to say how you
Mm,
feel, and you know what? Again, what you feel, that's what you feel. What I feel is what I feel, and I have to agree with you. I think
yeah,
he is
yeah,
a mental
yeah,
patient. I think he's nuts.
yeah,
And in fact, that he attacked the most nicest actress, Katie Manning, who
yeah,
is a saint and loving and caring, and he is literally going against people he
yeah,
loved, companions he loved,
j-
doctors he loved, because he's a nutter. He's crazy, and he's
yeah,
attacking the
yeah,
fandom. He's trying to destroy.
yeah.
So, what are you, Noel? What have you become that you're attacking the
Indeed.
people you loved, the companions you loved, the doctors you loved, the show you
Yeah.
loved, because you want to be famous?
You don't attack Katie Manning, man. You
You
don't
don't.
attack Katie Manning.
You
I
don't.
love her so much. I love her so much.
Me too.
She's from the John Pertwee era, and John
Yep.
Pertwee was or is very dear to me. Uh, I like
That's
his
right.
doctor. He did a fantastic, fantastic job. Go see John Pertwee. You can buy the collection or whatever.
Yeah.
But he's
And even David
fantastic.
Tennant, you know what? The guy is
Yeah,
bashing David Tennant. And you know what?
yeah,
He must have bashed maybe 30 people in a week or more. He
mm,
bashed Varys. He
yeah,
bashed William Who. He bashed
yeah,
George. He bashed a whole bunch of people. He even bashed actors, actresses, production
yeah,
designers. I mean, in the past, he attacked the She-Hulk, and she commented to
yeah,
him, and he had his moment of fame. He was all loving it. He got popular
yeah,
from it. Please.
yeah.
So me and Noel are not going to see eye to eye. I feel he's trash. I feel what he's
Mhm.
done attacking everybody is wrong. For an almighty
It's very
dollar,
wrong. Yeah,
it's wrong. He sold his soul. He sold his
yeah,
soul, and to basically shit on people you loved and talked about very highly. It's terrible.
yeah,
It's terrible. It's a
yeah.
disgrace in the movie community. So anybody that goes to on
Indeed.
Twitter, beware of the Irish Zone, because he'll attack you if
Yeah.
you like Doctor Who, and beware people like Not My Fandom. Because again, that you know what, I heard of the guy before. I never knew him personally, but now I know he's
Mm,
probably some punk kid that is trolling and just bashes everybody without any evidence. And now that
yeah,
he
yeah.
was exposed as a liar, I doubt that he's man enough to do the right thing and apologize.
True,
So
true,
we're gonna
true,
have to we're
true.
gonna have to we're gonna have to call him out on it on Twitter, on X, and make sure that
Uh,
you know that's what it is. But anyway,
yeah,
I'm looking forward to this season. I did like Robot
yeah.
Revolution.
Me
I like
too, me too, me too.
I like the timey wimey stuff. I like the time
Yeah,
paradoxes. It is sci-fi. It
yeah,
is Doctor Who, and you know what? I don't understand why people were complaining about a computer
Oh,
generated cat dying when cats died at the hands of
yeah,
Cassandra in New Earth,
yeah,
and
true.
pig aliens and pit and dog humans got killed by the Daleks,
Yeah,
and nobody said a goddamn fucking thing. They're all full of shit. They just want
mm,
Doctor Who canceled, and they want to make excuses.
yeah.
They
It
never
is. It
complained
is.
before, and now they're complaining. They loved
It,
New
it's
Who, and now they don't like Disney Who, so they're making excuses, and it's
uh,
bullshit.
it, it's all about money. It's all about money. That's
But you know what? They're fucking stupid because you know what? If Doctor Who goes off the air, then Noel's canceled. They're all
mm,
canceled because all they
yeah, yeah.
do is Doctor Who. So they're done.
True, true.
I do the everything show with my panel. I do, all
Yeah,
these other
yeah.
different podcasts. I live on. They won't. They will cancel themselves.
Mm. I have another question. I know you're a big Marvel fan. I am
Yes.
too. Have you seen Daredevil Born Again?
I am gonna watch it today. I have watched some episodes, but I didn't see the last few. So I think I watched up until White Tiger dying,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
I think one after that maybe. But I gotta get caught up. So I know my kids were talking about it, but I'm gonna get caught up today. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna probably do a podcast on
Mm. I did like it, but yeah, it's something to do with former writers and stuff. So
it. Okay.
Kevin brings the original team for next season in now. The
Yeah, don't spoil
the
for me,
film,
but I'll watch it. Yeah.
yeah, the filming is busy on season two.
Yeah,
Um,
they're already filming season 2. Daredevil. It's a
yeah,
success. I mean, they already were
yeah, yeah,
filming anyway. Also, I just want to point out, people could not agree with David Tennant, but also, not my fandom also lied about David Tennant, saying that he's
yeah.
crying in the
True.
corner. Right? He's not
Mm.
crying in the corner. He
No,
he
no.
he is got multiple projects lined up. He
Yeah,
just did Rivals on Disney Plus season 1. He may get a
yeah,
second season. It was a success. He's also got more projects coming up. He just did a podcast with his wife. So David Tennant is
yeah,
making money. David Tennant is a success, and people just hating on him because
yeah.
because
True,
they don't
true.
like what he did in Doctor Who as the 14th Doctor. And
Mm.
you know what? You got to be able to separate that. Like,
Yeah,
you know what
those,
I'm saying?
those.
Don't start shitting on
Yeah,
David Tennant.
mm. Because those things are separate. They are
Yeah, I
separate.
mean, look, you have no bashing him saying he's not a real man. The guy's a dad how many times over? And he's a
Yeah,
good dad. Come on. Cares about his
David
kid.
Tennant. David Tennant is a fantastic guy. He's a bit of a dork, but he's a fantastic guy. Everybody in the actors boat says that. If you
Yeah.
see yeah, everybody likes him.
My
I
my
like him
son my
too.
son Anthony met him. He loved him. So like,
All right, see, yeah,
I mean
yeah,
it is what it is.
yeah,
I am
yeah.
going to be doing. I'll probably announce it here. I probably will be doing the Everything Show is going to return. Uh, I'm gonna
Oh,
get the
cool.
panel. We're gonna talk about Godzilla, the new Godzilla movie, which I'm excited for. That they're filming a new
I did.
Godzilla versus Godzilla Kong, so we're gonna be talking
Yeah.
about that, and we're gonna be talking about Daredevil, and I'm gonna be talking about all the MCU movies, and
Mm,
I'm gonna be also bringing back the horror cast. We're gonna be doing horror reviews, me and Scott. So,
cool. Cool.
and we'll see what happens. Like I said, I'm gonna do my best to try to do a podcast like I
Yeah.
used to. We'll see what happens, God willing.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to the new episode of Doctor Who on Saturday.
Yeah. Me too. Me too. I saw some bits and pieces. It's gonna be great. It's
I can't wait for that.
Alan.
Actually, I had my doubts. Yeah, I gotta say I was a little scared when I saw that first time when it was a trailer. But I
Mm,
think it's gonna turn out to be one of the best, honestly.
it's gonna be great. And if not, sorry, but
And
Alan
then the
Cumming.
following week, we may have a sequel to Midnight, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. That
That's
would be
insane.
so cool.
This I gotta tell
Yeah.
you, I think it's going to be in a couple of days. They're going to have a revised thing on the ratings. From what I
Mm,
understand, I think it was a 2.6 or whatever. It's going to come out soon or
two
more. So
million.
no, there's going to be a new revised
Ah,
thing. I think it's,
okay,
from
okay.
what I was told, 2.6 or it might be higher. That's
Ah,
going to
okay.
come out soon, probably in a couple of days, probably a week time, but
Yeah, yeah.
or more. So you're going to find all these bad Hoovians or crazy Hoovians
Mm, yeah,
backtracking when they find out the
yeah,
ratings are higher. Um, so yeah, I can't wait for that too. I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
love it when they announce season three and Noah's gonna go nuts because again it's gonna be another
Mm,
year he didn't get Doctor Who canceled and not my
yeah, yeah.
fandom and everybody else.
Mm.
So
But
there you go.
Russell did talk about hiccups along the way, so there can be a hiatus. We don't know yet. But
I the way I feel that um you got to question how long are we actually going to be without Doctor Who because you have the
wow,
spin-off, you have the Christmas special,
mm,
and then from that time, how long is it going to be? Right? So, I mean, they still can film. They could still
yeah, true,
film.
true, true,
They could do they could just
true.
release it later, right?
Mm, indeed,
They could
indeed.
probably release it the latest maybe next October.
Yeah,
You
but
know what
do
I'm
you
saying?
think? Yeah, do you think should he will stay or not? Because I hear, I
I
heard some.
I I know people are have been spreading rumors about him leaving. I
Mm,
know that he loves Doctor Who, and I know that he is
yeah,
excited about Doctor Who, and I
I
know
know, I
that
know.
he's doing a play. But you know what? The guy's got to film. He's got to make a living while he's
Yeah,
waiting, and
true.
I feel that ultimately he will still film and he will still close
Yeah,
it out, you know. But again, you know, things, who knows? Um, like I said, um, I fully expect him to return and
mm,
just get that last season out, you know, because
yeah,
they
yeah,
usually do 3 seasons and they're done, you know. And
yeah,
like I said, the plans that I heard, he's supposed to battle Davros and the Daleks. He's gonna get his
yeah,
wish. Season three and Cybermen coming back in season three, and season three is gonna probably be a lot better than one and two because it's gonna have the return of
yeah,
classic
yeah,
monsters. So that's why I'm
yeah,
excited.
true.
But we'll have to
Yeah,
see. We'll have to see what you know
mm,
why Disney Plus is making them wait. God knows, but
yeah,
we'll find out.
yeah,
Especially since
yeah,
they're going after the back catalog. If you're going
yeah,
after the
yeah.
back catalog and then you dump
Oh,
Doctor Who, then you're not going to be able to use the back catalog. Like it's not going to
true, true.
it's going to be a conflict of interest. It's going to be they're going to lose it. So
Uh,
that why would they go to the trouble of getting the back catalog if they're
mm,
not going to have multiple seasons of Doctor Who after
that
season two?
well, that's absolutely true because I saw an image of Tom Baker in my Google TV app. So they're definitely going after the back.
They're in it for the
They
long
need,
haul. People they're just
yeah,
ignorant. You know,
yeah, yeah,
they're just ignorant.
yeah.
So.
But I will say it again. I still like pyramids of Mars. So
Oh,
I did ask about.
absolutely. That was my first.
Yeah, that
So
yeah,
that's what hooked me
it's
on
so
Doctor Who.
it's so scary. It's so scary. Yeah, and the last episode last year, it wasn't that scary after all. We know Sutek, but I expected more. I think the ending was a bit. Um, he took the dog for walkies. I heard, but
I I
yeah,
te- I tend to believe for some reason that he's still around somewhere, like Sutek.
yeah. At the end
I
of at the end of last episode, you can hear him groan. So
well,
he's
that's
still
The TARDIS is growling, because something is wrong. So
yeah,
again, I
yeah.
also feel that the if you think the TARDIS as a person, the TARDIS was manipulated, the TARDIS was tortured. So maybe the
Yeah,
TARDIS has some PTSD or something, and maybe there's
yeah,
stuff going
yeah,
on. That the TARDIS is emotionally in turmoil and
yeah, yeah.
upset about
We
stuff. So I mean,
Yeah, we know who she is. She's a stubborn lady, but sometimes you can't you can't.
I had an exchange, with Russell on Instagram, and I said a post, and he liked it. I said, I'm waiting to see a
Yeah,
story about the TARDIS, like emotional turmoil over the whole thing with Sutek, and
yeah,
that if the TARDIS gets sick or something because of that, because that's a lot
yeah.
of stress and a lot of stuff. So we
Mhm.
shall see.
But Russell is so a cool dude. Russell is really a cool dude. I sent a text to him last year about private stuff and really emotional stuff, so he can use everything he wanted to do.
I sent
But
him.
of course,
I sent him messages too, but I also send him stuff on Instagram where he liked a lot of the stuff that I said. So
yeah, yeah,
most of the time he does, and it's like, I
yeah,
look,
yeah,
I can distinguish that me and him don't agree on things, but
yeah,
I still like him, and I still
yeah,
think that he saved Doctor Who and he brought it back,
mm,
and I'm happy with what's going on so far. There may be some things I don't like,
yeah,
and I definitely say when I don't like things. You know that I don't hold
yeah, yeah,
back.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. I did yesterday something with Chat GTP about resolving the timeless child, but
Right.
it never concluded. But it's a 12-part
Well, we
series.
also heard that Joe Martin's going to pop in and appear
Yeah,
in
yeah,
it
yeah,
as the fugitive doctor this season. So I'm looking
yeah.
forward to that because I want to see if they actually
Mm.
explain. Maybe she believes she's the first doctor, but she's not the first doctor. William Hartnell will
Indeed,
always
maybe.
be the first doctor. She's
Yeah,
not.
true.
She's not the first doctor. Maybe she believes it
Mm.
because she has been on memory, but she's not the first doctor.
Yeah,
She's
but
not.
maybe it's an alternate reality. Yeah, it's an
Maybe
the real. Yeah,
might be a timeline that's created because of all this, and then she appears. You know.
and if that is true, then Chris Chibnall did a fantastic job. um,
The funny thing is we bashed the crap out of him, but then when I saw that episode, I'm
yeah,
like, damn, that was a good
yeah,
episode. I was like,
yeah.
damn, that was a good episode. Shit.
True,
You know? I
true,
couldn't believe it. I
true,
couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
true,
That was a
true.
damn good episode. She acted more like the doctor than Jodie did.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was, it
She
was.
dominated that role, honestly. And you
Yeah,
know what? Not for nothing. I don't believe she's the first doctor, but I'll accept her
yeah,
as a doctor. Just explain that she's maybe she's a regeneration of Metacrisis doctor
mm,
that maybe he loses
yeah,
his memory, maybe he gets the regenerations unlocked, and maybe
mm, mm,
she's the second doctor of the Metacrisis. Who knows?
yeah, yeah. And there is also Mrs. Flood, Anita Dobson's role.
Yeah, I
Who she
can't wait
is?
to see Miss Flood.
She is maybe the Rani, guys. So the
Well,
Rani.
like I was saying, if she is the first person she's going to go after when she sees her is Mel, because
Yeah,
she battled Mel in the Seventh Doctor, so she's going to if she's the Ronnie, she's definitely going to go after Mel.
yeah,
She will blow
yeah,
her cover, and she will just be angry when she sees her, and she
yeah,
will go right after Mel. 100%, hundred
yeah. Yes,
percent.
yes, yes. Mel is in the is in the is in the season final.
She's
Mel, she's in it. Yeah, say
yeah, she's in the season. Yeah.
so. Yeah, of course.
Well, no,
Anita
if
did.
you remember Hayden, I'm talking to the chat right here.
Okay.
Chibnall brought Mel back.
Yeah,
So
true.
in when they had the talk with the all the companions in the room. Remember that?
Yeah, yeah. But with Ian Chesterton,
Yeah,
what a beautiful, what a beautiful scene. What a
that was a good
fantastic.
scene. I can't believe Chibnall did that too.
Yeah, Tegan,
Yeah,
Tegan and Ace. I love Tegan.
I love that
I'm
too.
very,
Actually,
I'm,
I gotta tell
I'm,
you, he kind of he did some checks off the bucket list there. I
yeah,
mean, I'm glad we got to see Tegan in this. You know, Tegan and Ace.
yeah, yeah. But Tegan is very dear to me. She confronted the Cybermen. She
I
saw,
liked her as a
uh,
companion. She's tough.
yeah, she saw
You know,
tough and stubborn and
that's why I like Belinda too. Belinda's tough also.
yeah. That's what this doctor needs right now. Because with Ruby, Ruby
I like
was head
Ruby. I'm
over
kind of
heels.
sad. I'm kind of sad that she's not like was let
Mm,
go with Doctor Who and with a season 3. I mean, I just hope that we would have Ruby again, and I hope that we would have Belinda
mm.
together, like both of them at the same time would be nice.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah,
don't know how.
true.
I don't know what's going to happen in the finale. I mean, I heard that Ruby dies, but we'll see.
Well, you had Wish World and all the reality war. So
Right.
it uh,
But
it
Russell
has
has plans. Russell has plans years ahead.
yeah, indeed,
Like he
indeed.
knows season 3, so he's not even talking about season 3. But
Mm,
he's planning season 4 and 5 now. So like he's
yeah,
on his A game, man. He's you know what?
yeah.
Everybody's reaping the rewards. Like everybody's benefiting from him and Disney
Mhm.
and David Tennant's got shows and they're all gonna have shows, like I told you. So
Yeah,
you know, but
yeah, true.
ultimately, I just want to say that don't believe everything you hear on X on Twitter about us.
Mm.
There are people that are spreading
Indeed.
misinformation about Matrix Lord 212, about Sammy the Mayor, and
Yeah.
um, and obviously this proves Sammy's real, and he's been posting on his
Mm,
account. So I just want look. I never had an issue with not my fandom. I didn't. I heard he existed. I didn't know. I don't think I ever encountered him. But it's one thing to be friends with Noel, but you had to
mm,
go with me, and
mm,
you failed. You lost. You failed. You lied, and I really
mm.
feel that you need to be a man and you need to really admit that you were
True.
wrong and you're
Absolutely.
lying about me all over Twitter. So that's wrong. That's wrong.
Mm.
Sorry,
Yeah,
that's wrong.
absolutely.
And I have every right to get angry. And
Hmm.
when you're lying about me on a social media platform that
Mm,
you are costing me or trying to cost me followers, subscribers, income, and
hmm.
I take my reputation very seriously as a writer and people trashing my books. It's ridiculous. It's
True.
just
True.
jealousy. They're grimy, jealous individuals.
Yeah.
And
Or
Noel was a jealous person
mm,
too.
yeah, yeah. He absolutely is. He absolutely is.
And again,
Yeah.
I never said a bad thing about his wife,
No.
but he's going on saying bad stuff about mine, which is my
Well,
girl.
I
That's
I
messed up.
think yeah, I think he's very abusive to people in real life also.
I don't
So
know about that. I'm not going to speculate, but um, you know, all I know is that telling the audience people are going to
mm,
spread lies about me and Sammy,
mm,
and you know what? Noel is cursing people out, threatening everybody, and big deal that somebody went back at him.
yeah,
He got a taste of his own medicine, and he got really, really
true.
scared when you came after him because he
Yeah,
was very scared. And you know what? Again, that whatever you said to him, um, that's that's from you. Whatever I say
yeah,
to him is from me. Your opinion and your statements are not my opinions, and they're not the real Whovians
hmm,
cast opinions. And it's got to be respected because you know what? He's an animal, and you're confronting an
yeah,
animal, and he didn't like
yeah,
that. He's not the alpha male, I guess. So there you go.
yeah. but I did report him on Twitter. So because it's always the same repetitive thing,
Yeah.
uh, that has to stop. So because
Oh, it's gonna end.
it's
Somebody's gonna. He's going to curse out the wrong person, and
mm,
then someone's gonna take care of it. That's what's gonna
to,
happen. I mean,
yeah.
I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not. I'm gonna be in my corner doing my thing, but
Mm,
just
mm,
shut your mouth and stop trying to be jealous and mention me. You're gonna
yeah.
fail miserably when season 3 happens, and you're gonna fail
Mm,
miserably because you're gonna be another year of complaining
mm,
like a bitch. And let him be a bitch.
yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
could
Yeah.
play these kindergarten tactics all he wants. At the end of the day,
Mm,
he lost all respect from the Hoovian community when he went after Katie Manning. Sorry.
mm,
He jumped the shark. He's gonna feel it very soon.
mm,
And same thing like Not My Fandom. Dude, I just defeated you. I just proved you're wrong. You lied.
mm.
Man up
Yeah.
and apologize and it's over. That's it. That's it. Because
Yeah.
you just tried to
But
destroy my reputation with a lie and I called you out on a lie. And the right thing to
mm,
do is to be a man and say, you lied. You were wrong.
say
That's it.
sorry.
That's it.
Say sorry.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah. Say
Don't
sorry.
fucking screw with me. Don't screw with me. And he did. So you
Okay.
know what? He'll never hear my fucking end of my voice. You know the way I am. I'll make
Yeah.
150 fucking videos if I have to.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Okay.
and you know what the funny thing was? I drive everyone nuts, right?
Yeah.
So much that I drove the famous
Mm,
scammer that is all over the news in the world that has tried to scam everybody.
yeah.
I pissed
Yeah.
him off where he admitted to being a fucking scammer. He
Yes.
cursed me
Yes.
out.
Yes.
So I know full well how much I
Mm,
piss people off in the Hoovian community when people
yeah.
screw
Yeah.
with me. Okay?
Mm,
So
yeah.
you'll never hear the end of it. Why torture yourself? Do the right
Mm,
thing. If you wronged me, right the situation and apologize. That's
mm,
all you got to
mm,
do. That's
mm.
it. Anyway, I know it's early and I know people are. For me, it's actually 6:02 in the morning. Yes, hi Hayden. Hi Liam. Liam is going to be celebrating an anniversary of sorts on YouTube, right? I think did you say it was how many years? Is it 10 years? How many years is it?
Congrats.
Congratulations,
Congrats,
Liam.
Liam. Congrats. Congratulations. I hope you have a big pie to eat.
Maybe we'll have a little party for you. We'll have a little podcast for
Yeah.
you, Liam. 10 years. 10 years on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Wow.
God
10
bless you.
years.
Liam is a
Fantastic.
top competitor in the leaderboards on PlayStation. So
Cool. Yeah.
he is a mod for me. So
Mm-hmm.
he's always monitoring the live streams to make sure that trolls don't attack. So thank you, Liam, for
Mm,
doing that for
yeah.
me. And Hayden has been, as you know, with me since
Yeah.
before I even had the Real Hoovians, where I was doing the Hoovian podcast with Old Doc
Yeah. Yeah.
a
Yeah. Yeah.
long time ago. That's like 2012, I think. That's
Yeah. 2011. 2011.
well, I
That's
started doing. I started my YouTube. I started doing videos in 2011, but I think I did podcasts with Modern Age
two.
Nerd, which is Hayden in 2012.
Yeah. 2012. That's how long I know you. You've been
Yeah,
on.
that's Jesus. That's a
Uh,
long time.
and it's not the 2000s podcast of the Real Hoovians cast. It's more than 10,000. You got the
Oh,
number
just
here
amount of
wrong.
videos. Yeah, 14,000 videos on YouTube from the one
Yeah. Yeah.
channel, not counting the
Yeah.
other
More.
channels. And how many times did I
Yeah.
talk about Doctor Who on a podcast that it wasn't Doctor Who themed? And we wound up on the
Yeah.
Everything Show, started talking about Doctor Who.
Yes. 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 Yeah.
God, I got
You know
older. We
what?
all got older.
Yeah. 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 That's the merit of time and life and the universe itself. Like
I
you
know
can always
you
say.
got to travel to New York, Hayden. So
Yeah, New York, Amy Pond and Rory. That makes me feel.
that was a
Makes me
great place
feel.
to visit where they filmed Angels Take Manhattan. You got to if you ever
Well,
go to New
what
York,
an
you got to go to the City Plaza. That was really nice,
yeah.
and Central Park
Well,
and Times Square.
what an what an ending it was for Amy and Rory. I still
You know
can
the funny thing,
get over.
I keep telling people that they filmed because Moffat was changing the script on the
Yeah, yeah.
fly. They filmed stuff that was not in that episode.
Mm.
The Amy and the Doctor was in a nightclub with like a jazz band,
Oh,
and they
okay.
filmed that whole scene that I saw across the street. And
Mm.
I met a friend there, and I used her iPad, um, her tab was it a tablet, whatever she had, to film that
Mm.
scene. And she has it. She's very famous. She's a costume designer in Hollywood. So
All right.
I haven't,
Cool.
but she's got still got her that footage somewhere. Yeah,
Hmm. Okay.
I know it's late. All right, so we're gonna go. But
Yeah.
thank you, Sammy the mayor, for appearing and
Thank you, man.
proving that I was right and not my fandom was wrong. And you exist, of course you exist, but
Yeah.
that kid doesn't know. He's not part of the
Mm.
Hoovian community. He probably wasn't even born when I was doing podcasts. Who knows?
Mm.
So
Yeah.
you know, it is what it is.
Well,
Keep the Hoovian community clean. Stop
yes.
bullying people, everyone. Um,
Hmm.
there's no call for that. You know, and if someone's gonna bash you, you have every right to respond.
Yeah.
That's it.
Stand up for yourself.
That's it. All right. Thank you guys.
Okay.
I will be streaming
Uh,
gaming and I will also be reviewing on Saturday Lux
mhm.
afterwards. So anybody
Yeah.
wants to be a part of it, they're welcome to.
I will be
Sammy, if you
there.
want to, you're
I
welcome
will
to.
be there.
All right, very
Yeah.
good. Thank you guys. Take care. Bye for now.
Bye. Bye.